sports. Although we see and hear about severe injuries and incidents like Hamlin's more than the professional sports world, it happens at the youth level too. According to the Mayo Clinic, between 1 in 50,000 and 1 in 80,000 young athletes die of sudden cardiac arrest every year. And Stanford Medicine says more than 1 in 5 traumatic brain injuries in children in the United States are tied to sports and recreational activities. According to the State Department of Education, coaches in New York need to at least be certified in emergency first aid, CPR, and AED. That's why tonight one local college put on a special training session to help youth sports coach learn the skills that they need to respond in life-threatening situations. Our Sydney Orr finds out what they learned tonight to help protect your young family members.
It's this high-speed thinking.
Feeling okay? You breathing all right?
In these quick, precise actions.
1, 2, 3, up on her side.
That coaches,
Good.
athletic trainers, and families count on to save lives.
There's always somebody that ends up on the floor after a hit. They'll get up 9 times out of 10, but it's scary.
In an effort to keep the lives of high school and college athletes safe during emergencies, DeUville University is partnering up with Sports Medicine Concepts to offer life-saving Core 4 training.
A lot of times the training that coaches and ATs receive have to do with CPR, AED, emergency action plans, but really not hands-on experience with traumatic injuries.
Trainers and coaches will go through a series of 10-minute simulations where it's all hands on deck and they're forced to learn to communicate and assess injuries on the field.
Hey Mandy, what's going on?
We've got a neck injury. Her and a teammate collided.
A large part of the Core 4 training is to make coaches and trainers realize how important clear communication is when it comes to life-threatening conditions like cervical spine injuries, isolated head trauma, truncal trauma, and cardiac arrest.
For me personally, I probably annoy my athletic trainers way too much by asking too many questions. It makes it really easy and makes for a bunch of great friends too.
And while Sports Medicine Concepts professionals say most of these simulations represent the 1% of injuries these coaches and trainers may never see, Damar Hamlin's recent injury is a reminder to never say never when it comes to cardiac trauma at any level of the game.
We saw it happen in football on a national stage, but it does happen pretty consistently within youth sports, and nobody's trained to handle it.
But after tonight, this room knows how to. From every scenario, every tool, to every movement, down to just the slightest touch.
I'd much rather take all the training I need to take than have to call somebody's parents with bad news.
In Buffalo, I'm Sydney Orr, 7 News.